Okay, it's right at 2. Let's get started. I want to call our meeting to order of the Transportation Committee. Let's welcome you folks for being here this afternoon. I decided to go ahead and have this meeting today instead of next Thursday because we're out next Friday. And Chairman Corbett, I know you'd want to be going home. Chairman Watson, Mr. Taylor, Chairman Taylor, you all we want to be going home. So that's why this thing's echoing in my ears. I'm going like, what am I saying? But I'm not used to that. But yeah, I'm just honored to be here. I'm just thank you for the opportunity to be your chairman of this great committee. Yeah, I've always looked at it from the side and not been a part of it, and just appreciated all the hard work that you did. You know, a number of y'all have been members for a long time, and we got some new members we'll call on in just a little bit. But I know y'all have a passion for keeping Georgia growing and safe and the #1 place to do business, and that create an environment where it can continue to grow. And I think that's very, very important. And I know you'll help us do that. I don't know where Vice Chairman Carpenter is. Anybody seen him today? Well, maybe he's online. We'll check in with him a little bit. But what I'd like to do is just kind of go around. I know there's interested parties online that want to know who you are. And I want you to just go around the room. We'll start over there with Mr. Corbett in just a minute. And just tell us a little bit about who you are and where you're from. Anything interesting you want to know about you. And we'll just start here and just kind of move this way. Go ahead.
Thank you, Chairman Jaspers. Look forward to serving on this committee as you chairman. I represent District 174, which is 6 counties, Lowndes, Eccles, Clinch, Ware, Charlton, and Camden counties, right on the Florida line. So about 256 miles from the capital. So I think that was an excellent decision you made to have this meeting today where we don't have to be here next Thursday.
Yes, sir. Representative Benton.
I'm Tommy Benton. I represent House District 31, which is part of Jackson County, a really growing part of the state right now. I've been on this committee for 16 years. So thank you very much.
Thank you for chairing, Chairman Jaspers, Representative Elmar D. Holly, House District 111, and right there in Henry County. You know, truckers there say it's a one-day turnaround trip from the Savannah coming up, and we got a lot of infrastructure needs, and it's growing expansively, one of the fastest growing counties in the nation. So thank you.
I know Henry County well, as anybody in North Georgia does that goes to see their grandchildren in Middle Georgia. You got to factor that in. You got to get through Henry County. Representative Mathis, what number are you? 12. Okay.
Yeah, you got me?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm Danny Mathis. I represent District 144, which is right in the middle of the state. I got 7 counties. I got Bleckley County, Twiggs County, Wilkinson County, part of Lawrence, part of Jones, part of Bibb, part of Houston. I was on this committee the last 2 years. I have really enjoyed it. I appreciate it and look forward to working with you.
Thank you. You 13? 11. That's backward. Okay. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Vance Smith. I represent District 133, which is parts of Muskogee, parts of Harris, parts of Troop. Appreciate the opportunity to be on transportation again. This will be my 20th year on transportation. So.
Absolutely. We appreciate your knowledge too. Colonel Hitchens? Or which number are you? Nope. 2. 17.
Well, they stole the sign too. They picked the number.
We'll figure it out.
16 and 18 are adjacent to me, but probably 17.
17. There you go. Let's punch them all.
Okay. So we got it now.
Well,
I can speak up.
6.
Oh, okay. Mike 6. I'm sorry. My name is Bill Hitchens. I guess I'm unique in that I've only been in the legislature for just started my 9th year, but I I have a total of 52 years service in state government, which is, I've served as the Homeland Security Director, the Commissioner of Public Safety, and I represent House District 161, which is a part of Effingham County, the southern part of Effingham, and West Chatham, which includes Fuller, Fort Wentworth, Garden City, and part of Savannah. And this is either my 6th or 8th year on here. I can't recollect which, but
How's your son doing?
he's got another infection, but he's way beyond where he was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So he's not in ICU anymore.
We've all you been in our prayers for sure.
Thank you.
Representative Barton, what your number?
Should be 14.
4. Gotcha. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Matt Barton. I'm House District 5. I'm from Gordon County, live in Calhoun, and also a part of Murray County. This will be my first year on the committee, so I'm looking forward to it. I have a small courier business, and so I travel between Atlanta and Chattanooga and all of North Georgia, so I get to see a lot of the state and the infrastructure.
You know every pothole, don't you?
I see a bunch of them.
No, don't hear that, Josh. There we go. Representative Prince, you are.
I'm Brian Prince, Representative House District 127, which is in Augusta and Jefferson County, Richmond and Jefferson County. I've been doing this on this committee for 8 years since I've been.
If you'll punch your button, you'll help me. There you go.
Can you hear me? Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate the speaker and you, Mr. Chairman, having me on the committee. I'm excited to serve on it. I've been on it almost as long as Vance. I'm just kidding. This is my first year. I serve District 71, Coweta and Fayette County. Transportation infrastructure is huge in our county. We're growing so rapidly. And I do bring a unique perspective. I am an airline transport pilot, so I fly for American Airlines. So definitely excited to help with any way I can with anybody with the aviation side of things. So thank you.
Yes, sir. Chairman Watson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Sam Watson, House District 172. Got parts of Colquitt, Tift, and Thomas counties, and always good to be here, Mr. Chairman.
I'm Darlene Taylor. I'm from Thomasville, District 173, and I represent Thomas, Grady, and Decatur County. And I don't know, I think this is my 6th year. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. What number are you, ma'am? Since yours probably doesn't blink. 21. There you go.
I'm Representative Terry Anulowitz. I represent House District 42, which is entirely in Cobb County, where hopefully in the next couple of years, we're going to be having a big transit referendum.
Oh, all right. My guess is 20.
20.
There you go.
Yeah, this is Mark Newton. I represent the greater Augusta area, Columbia County and Richmond County. Interesting, I have a new son who just moved to Camden County on the Florida border, and my mother-in-law's in Ringgold on the Tennessee border. So we do spend some time on these roads. It's been a huge project running transportation in Georgia, and this committee's done a great job, and all the people associated with it. I'm glad to be on it with you.
Absolutely. You'll have to get you those express lane passes.
Already got it.
All right, there you go. Next.
19?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm Jenny Earhart. I represent House District 36, which is also entirely inside Cobb County. I represent parts of Powder Springs, Marietta, Ackworth, and Kennesaw. I'm a business owner in West Cobb. Started a little business in my basement about 4 years ago. We now have 36 employees and in a 12,000 square foot facility. And we are now involved in containers coming in and out of our Savannah port. So I have a real interest in our port authority and what we're doing in Georgia to, continue to foster our standing as #1 state in the country to do business. So thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Representative Jones, you're number 2, I believe. Yes, ma'am. I thought I did, but I missed it.
I'm Representative Sheila Jones. I represent District 53, part of Fulton County and part of Cobb County.
Thank you. Chairman Setzler, you say what now? 1. Aha.
Hey, Mr. Chairman, Ed Setzler, represented House District 35 up in Northwest Cobb County, the communities of Ackworth and Kennesaw. I've been serving on this committee since 2008. And I was a transportation planner for 6 years in the Army when I finished up at Fort Stewart. and spent much of my military career in that part of our business. I serve in an architecture and engineering business. In our A&E business, we do a lot of work that's related to infrastructure. So I guess the thing I'm most pleased to talk about is we have the reversible lane project, managed lanes that heading up 75 stop in my district, and it's been a tremendous advantage to quality of life. We're about to bring on board a new park and ride that will service the express buses on those lanes. And there's really no better way to support infrastructure than to have a lane system where regular drivers pay for the lanes that transit can use for free. We don't need to spend billions of dollars on linear assets when we can share assets as we have in this wisely employed managed lane system. So it's been going great for us, and glad to play just a minute part of that. So,
Well, Chairman Setzler, you and I both share our love for those managed lanes. It's wonderful. You know, I live up the road from you. You 5. We're going to make us a map there, Miss Abby, of who's where.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm Marcus Wiedauer, Representative District 119. I get the honor of winning the argument of where exactly is God's country in Athens, Georgia, Watkinsville proper. But just happy to be on the committee again, like Representative Earhart. My business, we do a lot of stuff shipping into the port. If you guys haven't had the opportunity, they do not only do a wonderful job at the port, but they do a wonderful job hosting you at the port. He told me next time I come down, he's going to put me in a crane. So you guys check it out. It's really neat. My background is in land planning and civil engineering. So definitely have an affinity for this committee as well. Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Chairman.
you. Jenkins, what are you, Jenkins? Yeah, number 3. Okay. There you go.
All right. So David Jenkins, House District 132, portions of Coweta, Meriwether, and Troup counties. My district is largely defined by the Interstate 85 corridor south of Atlanta, and our growth potential is really only limited by the ability to expand our transportation infrastructure. Since I retired from the Army 5 years ago, I've been involved in aerial wildland firefighting, public safety, and the air ambulance industry, which all, for my profession, I've been an extensive user of the Georgia General Aviation Airport System. So that's another thing I have a very good perspective on, and I look forward to being a member of this committee.
We're glad you're with us. Who else has came in? I think Casey, Vice Chairman. I had saved you a seat right up here, but no, you stay right there. What number are you, Vice Chairman? There you go. Tell us about it.
All right, guys. Sorry I'm late. I do apologize. First meeting, first late. So you can talk to my school teachers and they'll tell you the same. I'm always late. So I'm Casey Carpenter, representative from City of Dalton. Transportation is a big issue for us with all the carpet industry and having an inlet port next door in Murray County. So I'm super excited to work under this fine man. And I really enjoy this committee and all that we're able to do, because we really do help all Georgians. And so it's a great committee, and I look forward to serving with each and every one of you.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chairman. Online, we have Representative Carson. You want to jump in there real quick and test?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Can you hear me?
We sure can.
Thank you very much. John Carson, District 46 up in Northeast Cobb and Southeast Cherokee. I'm glad to see my other Cobb County and Cherokee County reps on the committee. Transportation, just as my colleagues noted, very big issue in our area for commuting, but not just for commuting, but also for movement of goods and services. I really applauded DOT in a meeting over the winter in regard to how great of a job and how critical our infrastructure network has been in regard to this COVID-19 crisis, getting goods to where they need to be. So, Mr. Chairman, it's a pleasure to be on the committee, have been ever since 2015. So thank you.
Thank you. Next online is Representative Gilliard. He's connecting. We'll see him maybe in just a sec. Representative Gilliard, you there? You gonna speak to us? I don't believe so. All righty. Well, great. Well, this was really an exercise for me, and to get to know you better and just where you're from, especially the new members, I don't know. And it's just good to get just a little bit of better knowledge of who you are and what you're from. I was the chairman of education for the last 2 years, and yes, I'm thrilled to be here. It's no secret. I think you'll find in that I'm fair, I listen, thoughtful, and I dig into issues and not afraid to ask a hard question. But I've learned a couple of things, and I've learned one very, very important thing about big committees and important committees like this is people like Abby Day. Now, new members, Matt Barton, Jenny Earhart, David Jenkins, Philip Singleton, Calvin Smyrie is also one of our new members, and Brad Thomas, who's not here. This lady is fabulous. Those of you members who've been members for a while know that, but you new members may not know that. And just take our word for that, and you could ask any of the other people sitting in this room. I've dealt with her on other issues, and she is great. And we're so excited to have her. She's got 2 kids, lovely husband, lives in Dallas. You know, and after meeting with her the other day, I renamed her the road naming queen. And I just thought that, you know, because she knows all about it. And it was just great to know that, to have the confidence that Miss Abby can do all that. And we just thank you for being here. Let's give her a hand because, you know, you can't do this without folks like that. In the back, I want to recognize, if you'll stand up, my admin, Lisa Fountain. And it's been with us for a year. And since last year, she's dropped right in on the first day of session and drank by fire because it's just a bit different in the education. But, you know, we enjoy Lisa, and she's done a great job just getting to know folks and putting the information out. You'll find she's a great resource to get a hold of me if you can't. Okay. Also, we have Taylor, who's a student at Georgia State that's working in our office there. And first subject of business is our rules for the committee. If you'll take a look at them, they're in your folder. They are the same as they were in previous years. There's no difference in them. You'll just, give you a minute just to take over and take a look at them. New members, you'll see they're very similar to the, you know, I looked at them, very similar to any other committee that you're on. And if you'll give it just a second, and then we'll ask for any questions. Okay, if you've looked at them, we need a motion to adopt the rules of the Transportation Committee. We have a second, so moved. Any discussion? Anybody have any questions on the rules? Okay, those in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? None heard that. So now our committee is established with rules, and that's great. The next one is our road naming rules. And there is one change. And if you'll look on it, it's a very simple change. It's highlighted. I have a highlighted one. I don't think I do. I think I got it early. Let's see. On the second page, you'll see where the little highlight is, where it says a road facility to be dedicated or named if a new road facility must be wholly within the sponsor legislative district. Also, okay. And then down below it, it said, should a conflict be identified by the department, the sponsor must submit their desire to move forward with the proposal in writing to the chairman or the committee's policy analyst. I think, as Ms. Abby has said in the past, this will take out little conflicts and little he said, she said things, and she would like these 2 changes to be added to our road naming rules. I've got a blink in number 7. Does somebody have a question? Not just left, okay. Here you go. You bet. Representative Carson, you got a question? He waves. Okay, great. That does it. All right, good. Yes, sir. What number? 20, okay.
Just if you don't mind, a little clarification about the highlighted change on a new road facility. Could two adjoining representatives or sponsoring legislators work together on a dedication if it was wholly within the two adjoining ones? I know you usually have a principal sponsor, but it wouldn't be in the single sponsoring legislator, but if you had.
Yes, just as long as the primary sponsor, if it's, they both need to know, this is a product of a member coming after session and going, I had no idea this was going on in my district, and I don't know what all's in y'all's district, so.
But they could sign on as a
They could sign
co-sponsor.
on
So as long as
together.
both of them
Yes.
were listed
Yes,
as
of course.
sponsoring
Of course.
members. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All righty, so take a look at it. Number 7. Number 2. There you go. Are you? Oh,
Seven. I'm sorry, it is Mike.
Okay.
Seven. Yeah, it is Mike 7. I'm in row 2.
Yes, sir, Representative.
Along those same lines, just wanted to make sure because, and I appreciate that because it's not on this sheet right here and it needs to be before we start passing that out. They can a member coordinate with the member whose district is in to name something for someone? That's
be a little bit more specific, I think.
If I wanted to name something and mark for someone that I knew in Representative Newton's district, he would have to concur with that.
Yes, and the preference would be that he would
He
be
would be
a
the sponsor.
signer.
Yes.
Or the primary sponsor, just so we have written record that he did agree to that.
Roger, just wanted to make sure that was clear because last year we got, well, 2 years ago, I think we got a couple that come in that way and that's why Abby's brought this up. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah, when I met with Chairman Tanner on Tuesday morning, he said this was the most passionate thing that you do. And he kind of giggled when he talked about this part of what we do and how important it was to, for me especially, to listen to what Miss Abby had to say and take her guidance on it for sure, and I will. So looking over the road naming rules, I need a motion to accept. Got a motion, Casey, second. Mr. Corbett, thank you. Any discussion? Hearing none, let's vote. Those in favor, aye. Any opposed? There's none. And carrying on with that, if you'll look, thank you very much. The motion passes. If you look at this, I'll have this printed out in color. It's Abby's road naming handout. In color, it's beautiful. And I'll have some color ones printed out. We'll make sure we get it on everyone's desk in the house, though. But we need you to be advocates for us. As she and I were talking, as this is given out, I'll probably call you all out that day when I speak about it in the floor, so that your members can ask you. You know, you've got the rules, you know them or should know them, or if you don't know them, you know to ask Abby, and can make that work. Next thing I'll do is appoint subcommittees. Oh, excuse me, I saw it. I'm sorry, I didn't see you blinking, Representative.
And I'm number
Go
7.
ahead.
Okay. Recommendation, Abby, you correct me if I'm wrong. Before you send this out or put this out, that we make a correction specifying that it has to be in that members, what we just talked about.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
That has to be.
on step 1 or step
Yeah,
2.
okay, absolutely.
Disclaimer. Yeah, you got it.
Gotcha. Thank you. Chairman Newton, go ahead.
That is just for new road systems that have that exclusion. Is that correct? A new road facility? It's not any road facility, or is it?
It should be any.
Oh, okay.
Any.
So that's,
It says new.
it just
and
says
that
on
means
brand new
different.
road.
So it should be any road, and I'll bring that as well. On any dedication that we consider.
A new dedication, not a new road.
Yes.
We're good? All right, great. If you look in your folder, you'll see, transportation subcommittee appointments. If you look over them, they're generally the same as you were in the last. Of course, taking off people who are not here and putting people in positions, based on what I think their interests are. If anybody has any heartburn with that, then come see me personally afterwards, and I'd be glad to talk to you about it. You'll find I don't like getting up on the House floor and saying, we have a meeting at 2:00 today. I don't do that because we're all grown-up people here. And we got Miss Lisa's going to send you an email, but we'll also send you a text. And I did that in education, and it really helped us a lot, just making sure, because when it gets busy, as y'all know, near crossover, because y'all have got important meetings in here, crossover on the road namings, and at the end, and just other things, we'll send out a text that'll help you make sure you know it. And the same with the subcommittees. That's the way I kind of like to do it. Yes, ma'am.
In that regard, if you have not gotten your confidential
Yeah.
information to me, please see that you or your admin will get that to me.
Yeah, I had that coming. So this is, and so if you're online listening, we need your, because that's how we get your numbers, and we'll use them. Of course, we keep them confidential. New members and the others, few of you need to introduce yourself to our member, our sole visitor out in the, Josh. If you would like to go to the podium, I'd like to call on you. Just tell them who you are, because I know most everybody knows you, but some people don't, and they need to.
For the new members, welcome. My name is Josh Waller. I'm GDOT's Director of Policy and Government Affairs, and certainly try to be here every time the committee's in. Anything I can do of assistance to y'all, please don't hesitate to reach out. And love as well to connect y'all. If you haven't met with the commissioner, especially for the new members, connect y'all with Commissioner McMurray. So glad to be here, and thank you for the opportunity. Congratulations there, Chairman.
And he is the person that, that first thing up there on your resolution thing that you get a road clearance. He's your man. And they'll do pretty good work getting it very quickly to you. Chairman Setzler, one, thank you.
And Mr. Chairman, I just want to say too, that the gentleman from GDOT is one heck of a homeowners association board president. He lives it in his after hours life as well as during the day. So he's from cradle to grave living this stuff. So
is he your homeowners association president?
Thankfully, no, but he represents one of my neighborhoods, and does it with great style and panache.
Oh, look here. Well, let's see the little things we learn about people.
See, I'm not talented enough to find somebody else to be the president is what you should take from that.
Absolutely. And lastly, just a couple more little things, members. Your committee did great work last year on the Freight and Logistics Study Committee. And you'll find it at your seat. It is, I think we've been passing them out. I've been studying it. I met with Chairman Tanner, like I said, Tuesday morning. There's a lot of great work that's been done. As many of you have talked about, work has to be done in freight logistics to make it better for Georgia and Georgia to grow. We'll be having them come and explain this to us soon. We'll have a joint meeting with the Senate because it was a joint committee. And the sad thing is none of the members who were on it are with us anymore. And so we're gonna work together with Josh and everybody to make sure we have a good presentation so you know what their recommendations were, and then what we're intending on doing about it. And I look forward to doing that because that's one of the biggest things we're going to work on this year. And so take your time and look at it. My lovely assistant who is at home with COVID that's what her job has been. And to really go back and watch all that hours of testimony and kind of give us some update on what's going on. And she'll be able to do that too. Chairman Dempsey I see you hiding behind that pole. Well, and so we've all introduced ourselves, and some of the new folks may not know who your name was mentioned in the budget hearings this morning with great honor. And what number are you? Or do you have a? Yes, ma'am. 22. Here you go. There you go, ma'am.
You want me to just say?
Yeah,
who
tell
I
me who you
am?
are. Where are you from?
Katie Dempsey. I am from Rome. I represent House District 13, Rome and Floyd County. Been on the committee a while. Appreciate the work of so many that make this all happen, like Josh and our new chairman. The main role I have is chairing human relations in appropriations.
And your Chairman England's bragging on you is very well deserved.
Oh, you're kind. Thank you. I love when y'all do. I really mean that though. I love when y'all call me with challenges that you have in your district, mental health and developmental disabilities and foster care. They're kind of hard. They're a lot of personal work to get into. So don't hold back.
We appreciate you very much, Madam Chairman. So members, that's it. I look forward to working with you, and your meeting's adjourned. Thank you.